We are about to explore unicorn dreams with this great set from Hunkydory, and Heidi has been working like crazy to create lots of beautiful things to share with you. And in fact, let me just show you one. So we've got this, and it opens up like that, and you get another look. So just lots of neat things going on. Please come play with us. In the unicorn dreams, you can see that there are 3 pieces, and let me just show you. This is the little book of unicorn dreams. You can see it's pretty thick. There are 120 sheets. They're about 4 by 6 inches. They're single-sided, and they have lots of artwork on them, all about unicorns, which is one of my favorite things. Then we also have the topper set. Now, this has got 8 designs, 8 sets in it, and then as you know, there's foiled toppers, there's foiled cardstock, there's printed cardstock, everything to coordinate, just beautiful. And we also have, and this is unusual, but I absolutely love it, a set of Mary cardstock to coordinate with all of the artwork. So that's perfect. And there's 16 sheets in here. So let me get started with what Heidi has done. And I'll scoot this over. And this card, as you can see, it has kind of a bubble on top of it. And this card is probably not going to be great for mailing unless you put it into a little box or add it to a gift, but it's perfect for handing it to someone. Now, what Heidi has done is she has used the topper collection. And let me just show you. So she started with this is one of the foiled adorable scorables. You can see this as I wiggle it. You can see this, the foiling. And you can see that this is going to be a part of it. But first, we're going to take the whole card. Now, this is our 5 by 6.5 inch card. And we're going to take one of the Mary cardstocks, and this is the teal. You can see me, hello. And you're going to cover the card with that teal. Then you're going to take the area of the foiled cardstock, and you're going to use the part with the border. So you can see it right down here. And then you're going to cut this piece and place it. And it's going to be 6.5 inches tall. And the measurements are down below. Just click on the card. You'll see the complete directions. Thank you, Heidi. And that just makes it so much easier than my rattling off a whole bunch of measurements. So that will help you. So that's going to go right there. And then the topper sheet, it's this one. And see, it's called Magically Moonlit. And you can see there is a border as well as lots of these. And this has a foiling that has glitter in it. It's really pretty, very magical. And you're going to take that border, and it is going to get glued, about a 1/2 inch from the fold of the card. Then also some dazzles are used, because why not? And the dazzles are the white ones. And they are the border dazzles. And you can see that there's a piece on each side that is just onto the Mary cardstock. So that's going to be kind of your base. Then we're going to get to our unicorn. And this piece is going to get cut out. And you're going to cut it along that line and make it 6.5 inches tall. Then you're going to take a piece of the acetate. Now, Heidi loves to use the heat-resistant acetate, and that's because this is a firmer acetate. And I recently did a webisode and used this instead of just the regular acetate, and the woman is right. This is sturdier. So if there is a time when you want a sturdier acetate, this is the one to pick. If you don't care, if it doesn't make any difference to your project, then our regular acetate is just fine. So you get options there. Now, what she did, so this is my exception to giving you measurements. She cut a piece of acetate. So this is acetate that's 4 inches wide and 6.5 inches long. And then she scored it 1/2 inch on each side. And the reason that you score any of these things is to give it a place to hold, and I'll show you that. So what she did is she used the scoreboard. Now the scoreboard is, I think it's a $30 purchase now, which might seem like a lot, but it's a big piece of plastic. But what I love about it is that it has the bone folder in it, and it has all of these measurements. On one side, it's our measurements in the U.S. On the other side, it is the metric. So whichever one you want, you've got both of them. But it just is so easy just to push this up in the corner, and you get a 1/2 inch, and you can do it on each side. It just is effortless. So, you know, that's my take on it. So you're going to take that and do the 2 1/2 inches, and then on the back of them, put the extra sticky tape. This is the 1/4 inch, and you're going to end up folding this. So you'll put the extra sticky tape right along the fold, because then you're going to fold it and attach it. You know what? I was wrong. You're going to put it on this side of the fold. Okay. Then you're going to attach it to the back of your little unicorn, and that's going to create that bubble effect. Now, if you don't want it this high, simply make this narrower. Don't make it 4 inches, make it 3 1/2 inches. It's your choice, okay? And this is, I'd say it's about 3/4 of an inch tall, okay? And that's going to go right around that unicorn, which is really pretty. But I'll tell you, the prettiest thing that I think she did, and the cleverest thing I think that she did, was to add these silver pearl flower dazzles. And look what she did. She created this cascade that goes right up the acetate. And I think that is so pretty. And I will bet you that that's going to come in handy, that technique, for lots of different projects. I can see flowers in there and having a cascade, so very, very nice. This is one of the die cuts. You're just going to use the extra sticky tape to attach it. And for all of the projects that a scoreboard or whatever you use for scoring is going to be useful, as well as the bow maker. It's Heidi's secret for making perfect bows every time. And there is a video on the product page for the bow maker. So let's show you how to do it. So that is what's done. And there is one more piece, and that is the white flowers. And here they are. Now, we did run out of white flowers. They're actually on order, but we did get some others in, just a different item number. So it is on the directions for today. And you see how she has attached them, just going along that border strip, and then also the dazzles right along. So just really, really pretty. Now, going to the inside, ta-da! What she did was, again, cover it with the teal mirror. There you go. Isn't that pretty? And then she also went back to that same sheet here. So you've cut this out and you've done one piece. Well, now you can do another one that's going to sit in the middle of this, the inside back of your card. And then she has taken off of the sheet, the topper sheet. This is where you got the circles and also got the border. And there is the one that she used. Now, this has 3 layers, as very often Hunkydory does. She did not use the middle layer. She just used the center and the outside. Those 2 are glued flat. And this has been foam taped, and this has been foam taped. With the new day comes new strength, new possibilities. Make it yours. Very pretty. And then you can see more bows, a knotted one, and more of the flowers, and more of the dazzles. And I thought this was fun, how she put the border going up and the one going down. So that was interesting. So that was out of the white border dazzles. There you go, that she used on the front of the card on each edge. So lots of things going on in addition to the unicorns. Okay, let's get into our next card. And this is a tent card. Now, we have been out of the tents, but they're due, actually, it may be even due by the time you are watching this, but we're expecting it anytime. But just in case, so this is the tent fold. Here is how you make your own. So they are 4 inches wide. Usually our slimline are 3 1/2 inches, but England makes them 4 inches. They are 8 1/4 inches long. So you want to cut a piece of cardstock this size. Then you want to cut one that is a 1/2 inch longer. And you know why, because you're going to put some extra sticky tape on it so that you can wrap this around and attach it, and then you have your tent card. Okay, so that's how you can do it until these arrive. You can leave your email address, so where it says down below that this is out of stock, you can leave your email. We'll notify you the moment it arrives, and it is just, it's imminent. So I just want to let you know. Okay, now we're finally to the card. Now Heidi, because this set of the unicorns is kind of has a sherbet look. It's kind of a pastel look. In fact, let me show you. Yes, here is the adorable, scoreable printed cardstock, and here is the sheet with the foiled die-cut pieces. And you can see the colors. But what she did is she went into, this is, it says sparkling sheets. We call it iridescent. And let me open this up. And it has 7 sheets in it. And they're each different. So they each have a different look to them. You can kind of see that there. So, and what happens with iridescent is when you kind of turn it in the light, you're going to see different colors. So that's going to be pink, and then it's going to kind of turn yellow and orange. It's really different. And so it's really kind of fun to play with. And they do go into the darker colors too. So what Heidi did is she took the lighter color and covered her card with it. So you can see, okay, so that's what's going on there. And then she went into that cardstock and trimmed a piece going right here. So it's going to be in this area. And again, the measurements are down below. And then she took this piece, so again, she's using everything, and trimmed that, but she did mat it onto a different iridescent. So you can see that orange, and put that in place. Now, the strips that are there, you see it? That is our dazzles, and this is the glitter dazzles. And they come in a package with one sheet that has silver foiling, and let me open it up, and the other sheet has gold foiling. So what she has used here is, of course, the silver foiling, because the toppers have silver foiling. Yes, and sometimes you can get them out of the package easily, and sometimes they just like to stay in there and need a little bit of encouragement. Okay, there's the silver foiling, and there's the gold foiling. I hope after all of that you can see the difference, silver and gold. So you can see, and because these are clear, you can see the paper underneath. So she's got one going along here. It's about a 1/2 inch from the edge, and another one going horizontally right there. So that begins all of that. Now, this piece, she did something clever here in that she took this one and foam taped it, but she used the oval that's from this one and glued that down flat. So that was interesting too, pair those. I assumed that you could, but I had never done that and I'd never seen it done. So that's nice to know that you can play around with those. Then she also took this greeting, leave a little sparkle wherever you go. And then she also used the bow maker and the blue ribbon set and zotted on 2 of the bows. Very pretty. Now for the inside, okay, so she had used just this area of the printed. So then she went back and just trimmed off this, the gray area, and then went in and covered the whole inside. Now this strip right here, that is the border that's on the topper sheet. And this one is called Make Today Amazing. So that's nice. That's right here. And it does have a strip of dazzle on it. And then you can just see this has Remember on the front, she used the outside of this to go around this one. Well, now she used the center one right here, and then she did a circle. This goes right here, and that's foam taped, and then did another bow. So it's simpler on the inside. If you wanted to write a message, you could write it there. You would probably want to use a Sharpie because these are a little slick, or you could certainly go to the top of your card. So that's going to work nicely. So very pastel colors. So since pastel colors were used here, we're going to go to jewel tones on the next card. Now, I hope you can see that beautiful purple. It's just gorgeous. Now, to do this, and this card is a little different in that, you see how that's angled? Well, it's angled on the right side and on the left side. So let me show you how to do that. But let me tell you first that she used one of the Mary sheets, this particular one. And in fact, I think she just pulled out everything purple that we have, which was sort of fun. And let me show you how she did that card. So she cut the Mary to be 10 inches by 6.5, and then she scored 2.5 inches from each end, okay? Now, you want to keep the Mary showing, so let's pretend that this is the Mary side. So then you would turn it, and you would fold it in like this, okay? Then you've got a gatefold card. Okay, so I'm going to flip it around only because this is what I've got my next lines. So you've got the gatefold. Everybody okay on that? Then you take a ruler and place it like so. And then you're going to trim off this corner and this corner, those two triangles. And that's going to get you the base card. You can really see it on this side, and you can see it on this side. Let me get a piece of white paper under this just to try to help. Does that help? Are you telling me yes out there? Okay, there's the purple. Jeanette just told me yes. Okay, so that angle. So that's interesting because it's going to give you just a little bit more that's going on. But then she covered it up. But she did some interesting things before she covered it up. So let me tell you about that before we get into this long piece. So we have a set of dazzles that's called Purple Dazzles. And she did use those. And in it, there are words, there are borders, just all kinds of things that we have in purple. And you can see that she did a line here and a straight line here. And she did the same thing over here. And then at the end of each, she put a jewel dazzle. And I think that just looks slick. It almost looks like it's threaded with ribbon, and that's an eyelet. But I just think that's very nice. I guess I do like the detail. It's very, very pretty. Good job, Heidi. Then she did a couple of things. So I'm going to go back, if I can find my acetate. But if I can, oh, there it is. Okay. So again, she used the heat-resistant acetate. And then she used this. We call it the glitter sheets. This comes from Holland. They call it glitter foil. That's certainly fine. You get 5 sheets in a package, and they are self-adhesive. And let me pull one out. And let me show you. These are so clever, and it's easy to forget about it. Okay, so we would call this take 2. So you're going to take the heat-resistant acetate, that's what Heidi did, and cut it to size. It's going to be just a little bit larger than our little book image, which is, like I said, about 4 by 6 inches. And then, so you're cutting the acetate, and then you're going to take the clear glitter sheet. And so here is what it looks like. The glitter is embedded into the plastic. Look at that. Isn't that just a wow? So when you put it on the plastic, you're just going to see the glitter. And then you mat your, actually you can use extra sticky tape to attach this to that acetate that has glitter on it, and then just cut it larger. And then that is going to get taped to just the left gate, just like so. And it's just quite lovely. The other thing that she did, so you've used the jewel dazzles at the end of the purple dazzles. She added a few more in there, and then she used the bow maker to make the bow and sawed it in place. So that is her card front, and just so you can see, it is the full size of the little book of image. Now on the inside, she went to another purple because the purple of the Miri took up that whole sheet, that she went into a suede. Yes, we do have more purple. This is the suede, so you can pet it, you can do nice things with it. She cut this slightly smaller than 5 inches, so like 4 7/8 by 6 1/2, and glued that to the inside of her card. And then she took this piece and duplicated, matting it on the acetate that's been covered with the clear glitter, and simply tape that in place, put some jewel dazzles. Also, there are 2 strips of purple, and then the love you and the flowers, that's all part of the purple set. Like I said, there's greetings as well as borders, lots of words and things all in that purple set. And you have your card all complete. So that is our jewel tone unicorn card, just beautifully done. Now we're going to go to another, and here is a shaker card. It has been a while since I've seen a shaker card, so I appreciate Heidi doing that. And here are the 2, well, I'll just show you the one unicorn that she used for the front. And she did, let me see, she did use the teal glitter cardstock, and she die cut it out of the nested arches. Very pretty. So obviously you're going to get a piece that's going to be wide. You're going to cut a piece of the glitter that's going to be wider than your unicorn. So it's going to be a little more than 4 inches wide. And then you're going to place the arch in it, and then you run it through your die cutting machine. And then she took the acetate. Now in this case, you could use the heat resistant or you could use the regular acetate, but if you've done the other projects, you've already got this, so you might as well use it. If you haven't done the other projects, use whatever acetate you have, and you will attach that with the extra sticky tape, you know, to the back of your glitter piece. And then you're going to take your unicorn and mat her on these 2 that are out of the teal set. And you can see that this is a dark blue teal. Mat it first, and then you can mat it a second time on the rose colored one. Okay, so that teal and rose are the 2 colors that, let's see, there you go. Now you can really see them. So this is going to be matted twice. And then on the back of this piece, you will put 2 layers of foam tape. And you need to have that foam touching each piece. Each piece has to touch. Now before you pop that onto your matted piece, you'll take some, this is the jewels mix. These are sparkles, comes from Buttons Galore. And Heidi just took a little pinch of the teal, a little pinch of the pink, I think the pink is right there, and placed it onto her matted card, and then positioned the arch right on top. So that will work nicely. Now what will happen is, because that arch has foam tape along the edge, yes, some of those will stick to it. Can you see? Yeah, it's happening. That's fine. I mean, really, just a pinch is going to give you what you need, and they're going to slide quite beautifully, as you can see. So that takes care of your card front, and everything does leave a little bit of a white border edge, so that works. Oh, I forgot to tell you, she does have 2 dazzles. This is our new pink border. And she's got a strip right there. And then she used our We're Together. This is the pastel and pearl, and it has lots of different colors. And the Love You, well, the love is what she put right here. We'll see what happens to the inside. And on the inside, speaking of which, she has used this piece. Now, it's going to get trimmed. So this purple area is going to get cut off. Okay, so you can trim that off to begin with. She did cover the whole inside with gold glitter cardstock. And then she did cut a small piece of the gold star holographic cardstock. And you can see that it's just smaller. So it's going to go right there. Stars and glitter just certainly work with unicorns, don't you think? So then she placed that cut piece of the little book of right here. And then that purple strip that you cut off, that's going to go right here, which I thought was clever. And then more of the pink border dazzles. So a larger one is going to go here, and a smaller one goes right there. And then Friend, which came from here, is going to go right there. And then she did use the magenta and dark pink ribbon on the inside. I don't know if I told you this, but she used the teal and aqua ribbon on the front. So she did use 2 sets of ribbon. You can choose how you want to do that. And it just finished it. So very teal and a little bit of pink on the front, very pink and gold on the inside. So very fun. So that worked nicely. And I think you can see how well this collection works. So you have the topper collection, makes at least 16 cards. And this wonderful Miri collection with 16 sheets of different colors. You can kind of see all of that there. And the little book of that I have somehow lost. Oh, there it is. Right there with 120 of the images. Now there's 20 different images. You get 6 of each one. So that's going to take care of your unicorn needs for probably the rest of the year. So that's very nice. Now there is a money saver, of course, because we would want that. I do want to tell you that you can use the Miri with anything. It doesn't have to only be unicorns. Just want to get that settled. The money saver is on the right side of your screen. All of the instructions are down below. Just click on the projects and it will take you to them. And I want to thank Heidi for doing just a wonderful job using a lot of creativity and seeing some new things, which is always what we like. If you are watching us on YouTube, we hope you'll like us. We hope you'll subscribe and then head on over to Paper Wishes. Take advantage of that money saver. If you like, look at the instructions, or you can print them off if you like, and that way you can have those techniques with you whenever you go. Again, I want to thank Heidi for doing a great job as always, and thank you for being part of our Paper Wishes family. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.